All right, what's up, everybody? How we doing? Good. What a great crowd we got today. Let's say hello to everybody watching on Bassmaster.com. My name is Hank Weldon. I am the tournament director for what we call the St. Croix Bassmaster Opens, presented by Mossy Oak Fishing. Tell you a little bit about these events. This is stop number 2 on our northern swing, our northern division. So we had our first stop about 6 weeks ago, maybe 8 weeks ago, somewhere around there on the James River in Virginia. And then we came up here to Oneida. We'll wrap it up at the Upper Chesapeake Bay in about 6 weeks in Maryland. And a lot at stake in these events. There's, again, 3 events per division. We have 3 different divisions and 9 events total. And these anglers are vying for points to make it to our Elite Series. If you're aware of our Elite Series, you know they're going to be up in Clayton, New York next week. That's the top level of bass fishing. If you're not aware of that, Plan a trip up there. It's going to be an awesome event, again, up in Clayton, New York on the St. Lawrence River. But that's what these anglers are after. They're also after potentially a Bassmaster Classic berth. That is the World Series of Bass Fishing, the biggest event in bass fishing. And should an angler fish in all 3 of those events within one division and win one, then they punch their ticket to the Bassmaster Classic. And then the other thing that's at stake is, $51,800 for the winner. So not a bad payday for one of these guys. We've got our top 10 anglers left after 222 boats. So we had a very large field. Our full field is 225. We were at that, and we had a couple of cancellations. So, again, essentially a full field of 225 boats. Again, we went out with 222 on Thursday, Friday, and then we cut it down to the top 10. We also awarded a co-angler champion. So inside of those 222 boats, we have a co-angler division. So if you're out there and you love bass fishing and potentially want to try your luck at one of the opens, you don't have a boat or don't think you're ready for that division, you can sign up as a co-angler, and you can get paired with one of these guys. And you're not fishing against them, you're fishing against all the other co-anglers in the field. And co-angler yesterday took home the win, John Danza, and he took home $22,000 yesterday from the back of the boat. So not a bad payday for a co-angler. Congrats to him and his not fiance, might be a fiance now, but girlfriend of 6 years. We found that out. So maybe a fiance, but again, congratulations to him and their whole group. 201 co-anglers competed in this event. So it's been a fantastic week. We're happy to be here again in the Syracuse, New York area on Oneida Lake. And we have a ton of people we want to thank before we get going. Then we'll start with our sponsors, our title, St. Croix Rods. We've got Savannah over here with St. Croix. She's got some hats to give away. So if you guys want to learn anything about St. Croix Rods, go over there and see Savannah, because you could get a hat. And another cool thing we have with St. Croix, they launched a contingency for these opens, and we actually gave away some dollars yesterday for the top finishing co-angler, $250 for that angler, and it was Jeff Francois was his name, and he'll take home $250 for simply owning a St. Croix rod and fishing with it. And that the same is at stake for this group, except it's a little bit more money for this group. So if the champion of this tournament is a member of the contingency and fishes with St. Croix rods and signed up, that's $1,000. If the champion's not there, but someone inside the top 10 is eligible, that's $500. So just, again, for just fishing with St. Croix rods. So we appreciate them and them being their first-year title with us, and they've done a fantastic job. Our presenting sponsor, Mossy Oak Fishing, they've been with Bass for many years. They've titled our junior series and presented our high school series, and now they're presenting our open series, and we appreciate them. Our platinum vehicle sponsor, Toyota Vehicles. If you look around, we've got several 2022 Tundras, the new redesign out here, and they've been working hard right now, pulling our large live release boats around. They actually were in Waddington, New York 3 weeks ago. Then they went over to Iowa, then back down to Birmingham, Alabama, where our corporate headquarters is, and then back up to here. And then they're going up to Clayton, and then they'll go back down to Birmingham, and they pull these 9,000-pound release boats all over the country, and they do fantastic. So we appreciate Toyota and their continued commitment to fishing. Progressive Insurance, they came on earlier this year. They're sponsoring our Elite Series Angler of the Year. We're happy to have them on. And also on our premier level, Bass Pro Shops, Berkeley, Humminbird, Mercury, Yamaha Skeeter, Rapala, Ranger, PowerPole, Nitro, and Minn Kota. On our supporting level, VMC, they sponsor all our weigh bags. All these fish will come up in a mesh bag right here. We appreciate them. Triton Boats, Strike King, Marathon, Hook, Garmin, Daiwa, and AFCO. I want to single out AFCO a little bit. We did a lake cleanup today. We've been doing these all over the country and around, and we had 25 volunteers that kind of divided out in the Syracuse area and simply went and picked up trash. And we have a big dumpster back there. We kind of congregated back here, and I don't see Gene. I'd like to know the total number of poundage that we took. 326 pounds of trash. So good. We appreciate them and all those volunteers because it's, again, fantastic. 25 volunteers, right? And Gene Gilliland, our conservation director. And while he's there, I will point out our conservation efforts. We work very hard on this. And, again, I pointed out those VMC weigh bags. But the way these work is these anglers go out. The pro angler can bring in 5 fish. The co-angler can bring in 3. They put those fish in a live well system within the boat. And then they come back and bring them in. Once they check in, they bring them to our tanks over here inside a bag, a weigh bag, not this mesh bag, but a solid bag. And then they're in water until they get through the tanks, and they come up on the scales, and we weigh them. Once we get them weighed, we take them over to our live release boats, our Yamaha AFCO live release boats, 1,200 gallons of water. Cold, we cool it down, not too cold. We monitor that temperature. Then we put pure oxygen, not just air from outside, but pure oxygen that we have tanks for. We revive those fish, and we take them back out into the lake so they can be caught again. And that's all at the direction and supervision by Gene Gilliland, the former chief of fisheries for the state of Oklahoma. He does a fantastic job in maintaining the resource, because without the resource, I don't get to stand up here and tell you how we do it. So we appreciate you and all your efforts. A few other groups I want to thank. Our host, Onondaga County Parks and Rec, Gary Lopez, and their entire group letting us take over this area again. This is new for us. Typically with these opens, we used to pack up and go to Bass Pro Shops on the final day. Now we're happy to just be here all 3 days. So that's a new change for the opens if you've seen us before. And then also visit Syracuse and Jeff Mickle and his whole group for bringing us here again. I mean, Syracuse has hosted Elite Series events. We've had a full Elite venue over here several times, a lot of opens that have happened here, and they just do a fantastic job hosting us, and we love coming to upstate New York in July, not necessarily in January. We love you guys, but I don't think we want to have a fishing tournament out here in January. But again, it's fantastic. And the last group I want to thank before we get going is Paul Hudson, the New York Bass Nation. He is with that group, and they help with our volunteer group. Several people here who just say, hey, I want to help, and we're happy to have them help. They help with the logistics. Paul has been on stage all 3 days. He's lifted over 7,000 pounds twice because he puts the fish on the scales and he takes them off. And over 7,000 pounds was brought in through the past 2 days. So the hardest working man on stage is Paul Hudson, and we appreciate you. And let's keep that round of applause going for all those fine folks I just mentioned. All right, let's set the stage. And then I think we're going to get ready to go. So first place coming into today, Casey Smith. I think Casey Smith's close to home. We might have some Casey Smith fans out there, but a 2-day total of 37 pounds and 3 ounces. This is a very close top 10. Really, anybody is in this game. Second place all the way from Italy, Jacopo Galelli with 37 pounds and an ounce. 37 pounds and an ounce. Third place from Japan, Kenta Kimura with 36.2. Fourth place is Craig Townsend from New Jersey, 36 pounds and an ounce. Fifth place, Cody Meyer from Idaho, 35 pounds and 10 ounces. Sixth place is Liam Blake. He is from New York, 35.8. Seventh place, Cooper Gallant from Canada with 34.8. Eighth place, Gray Buck from Pennsylvania, 34.7. Ninth place, Josh Somerville with 34.6, and 10th place, Alex Wetherell from Connecticut with 34.4. That is where we stand right now. We're going to weigh them in 10th all the way to 1st. We will script this. We have a hot seat. If an angler should take the lead, which I think almost all 10 anglers will, they will be parked right here to see how long they last. Whoever here is at the end will get to hold the trophy up. If you want to go look at the trophy really fast, go see Savannah because they're on display under the St. Croix Rod's tent. So that's it. Everybody good? You know where we are, how this thing's going to work? All right. We can't start any tournament takeoff or weigh-in without honoring the great nation that we live in. So if everyone would please rise, remove your hats as we honor America with the playing of our anthem. All right, let's get our weightmaster up here. Paul Hudson, come on up, sir. We know you're ready to work, and we're happy to have you. It's been a great week, and I want to still, again, personally thank you for helping us this week.
It's been my pleasure, and we're glad to have you here. Let's weigh some fish.
He's fired up and ready to go.
Whoa.
You can move those real quick. That's fine. All right, we got to check the scales one last time, make sure we're ready to go. And then I'm really going to get you fired up. Because I want this whole park knowing something's going on, and they're going to have to come over here and see it. Still a great crowd you guys have turned out, and we appreciate it. Beautiful. All right, scales are ready. Paul and I are ready. The anglers are ready. The question is, are you guys ready? All right, I'm going to give you a 3 count. I need you to scream, and let's wake up everybody. I don't want that pavilion thinking something crazy has just happened. So on 3, let's hear it. 1, 2, 3. That was your practice run, your baseline. We got to double that this time. I need 3 seconds of craziness. I should have mentioned 2. We got coffee back there if you need to get fired up even more with our Black Rifle Coffee Group. So on 3, if you're not getting loud, I need you to go get some caffeine. 1, 2, 3. All right, I think we're ready. Let's bring him up. Sitting in 10th place coming into today with a 2-day total of 34 pounds and 4 ounces. This is his second top 10 in a row. Come on up from Connecticut, Alex Weatherall. All right, Alex, 34-4 through your 2 days of fishing. You are in 10th place. You only need 3 pounds to take over the lead. 2 fish today worth 4 pounds and an ounce. That's going to pop you into the lead for the moment. Let's hold those up. 3-day total of 38 pounds and 5 ounces. Alex Weatherall from Connecticut. Hey, we are rolling with these Northern Opens, second top 10 in a row, and it's been good to you so far.
Yeah, it's been really good, and, ultimately didn't have the day I wanted today, but the most important thing was, getting the points and hopefully qualifying for the elites after the last event.
How'd you catch them this week?
So I caught him Carolina rigging and on a jerkbait, just fishing 10 to 15 feet of water, and I just located a few schools with the 360 and the Mega Live in practice.
Well, you're definitely going to be inside that top 5, I would think, in points. I don't know exactly where you are. We'll find out here in a little bit where you end up, but again, that pivotal, top 3 to get into the Elite Series. But you're going to be sitting pretty good going into Northeast Maryland and the Upper Chesapeake Bay.
Yeah, never been there, so I got to put some time in now.
Well, very good. One more round of applause for Alex Weatherall. Good job, sir. 38.5 is your 2-day total. Turn that down just a little bit. I get you. Hang on. All right. 2 top 10s in a row. Great season so far for him. Sitting in 9th place coming into today. He is from Lilly, Pennsylvania. Come on up, Josh Somerville. All right, Josh. We should have technically had Alex grab the hot seat. But I think you're going to be in it here in a second. 5 fish, 34.6 through his 2 days of fishing. You need just 4 pounds to take it over. 5 fish looking for 4 pounds even. 18 pounds and an ounce. And Josh Somerville is going to jump into the lead with 52 pounds, 7 ounces through his 3 days of fishing. All the way from Lilly, Pennsylvania, your new leader, Josh Somerville. Well, that is not a bad way to have a Saturday here on Oneida Lake.
No, it was actually a great day, but it was a grind. I don't think I had a fish until about 10 o'clock, and it took me all day to get that bag. Literally, with 20 minutes to go, I called out a 2.5-pounder with a 3.5-pounder. So, yeah, it was just a great week.
Keys to catching that bag this week. I hear that you just stayed with it. You didn't give up, but what about lures? What about areas of the lake, and what kind of structure were you focusing on?
Mid-range, or mid-lake, shallow, 3 to 7 feet of water. A lot of fish that I caught, I saw. I saw a lot of other good fish I couldn't catch, but it was most of the fish that I caught was fish that I saw.
Right. I was going to say, it's kind of been a calm and tame Oneida all week. Well, not all week, but all tournament days, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and I'm sure that presented some challenges.
It did, but I actually really needed the sunlight when that sun came out, and actually I preferred calmer conditions. because it made me ease on in that shallower water a little better and really pick out my targets. So,
very good. Any sponsors you want to say hi or thanks to, or any folks out in the crowd or watching on Bassmaster.com?
Thanks to my parents and my girlfriend for coming up to watch my first top 10. I have some family back home and friends that are really supportive, and I appreciate everybody.
Have a seat. 52-7 through your 3 days of fishing. Josh Somerville, nice job. It might be a little hot, so be careful. We have had that thing out in the heat for a little bit. All right, here he comes all the way from Pennsylvania. He has won here before. 34-7 through his 2 days of fishing. Come on up, Gray Buck. Thank you. All right, Gray. 5 in the bag. You need, I think, exactly what Josh had. You need 18 pounds and an ounce to unseat him. 34-7 through your 2 days, looking for 18-1 to take over the lead. 5 fish. 17 pounds, 10 ounces, a great bag. Going to jump Gray Buck into second place with 52 pounds and an ounce. I think this may be the closest weigh-in we have all year. It has just been very close. There he is, second place. Gray Buck out of Pennsylvania. Second place with 52 pounds and an ounce. Well, Gray, you're no stranger to a top 10 here at Oneida Lake. You've won here before, and another top 10. Great week for you.
Yeah, no, this place is awesome. I love coming up here. It's been good to me over the years for sure.
Well, did it pan out like you thought it would, or was it a completely different lake this year?
It fished different because we're earlier in the year. They were more in that 10 to 14-foot range, and kind of out there just looking at them with my active target, pitching my Z-Man drop shot over there, that trick shot. You'd fall down. You'd watch them go swim down there and pick it up off the bottom. It was awesome. It was a lot of fun.
So that's fun. How many fish were you catching a day?
I actually wasn't catching that many. I was getting about 8 bites a day, but I could get 2 to 3, like 3.5 to 4.25. So it would help jump me up for sure.
Yeah, I was going to say, it seems like we had a lot of anglers on day one, especially within that 16-pound mark. I think we had over 30 bags in that 16-pound mark. But it seems like if you could get to that 17 or that 18, that was a game changer.
Absolutely. This place, it's growing them bigger and bigger each year we come here. There's gobies got in here, and they're just like little protein snacks for those suckers, and that's why these weights are jumping up in that 17-pound range. It used to be 15.5, 16 was going to have you at the top, but now it's 17, and it's just going to keep getting better.
It's awesome. I love weighing them in. All right, thank you. Who do you want to say hi to, recognize, or thanks?
Yeah, you got to say hi to my wife. She drove up, and my parents, my grandfather, everybody, so appreciate that. The support, can't do without it, and I can't wait to get to the next one.
Second place, 3-day total, 52 pounds and an ounce. Great Buck out of Pennsylvania. Good job. And we'll see where you end up. He took home a victory at the second stop of the Southern Division on Cherokee Lake. He's coming up trying to get another win this year, all the way from Canada. Come on up, Coop Gallant. All right, Coop, we've been watching you all day on that leaderboard. 34-8 through your 2 days of fishing. 5 fish. If they go 18 pounds and an ounce, you'll take over the hot seat, looking for 18 even. 18 pounds, 15 ounces, and Coop Gallant is going to jump into the lead. Josh Somerville, one more round of applause for him. Thank you, sir. Great tournament for you. And your leader right now with 53-7 out of Canada, Coop Gallant. Coop's fishing all 9 events this year again. So the second tournament in the Southern Division, you won. The second tournament in the Northern Division, here we are in the lead. So stop number 2 in each division has been pretty good so far.
Yeah, it has been really good. It's been a fun week here on Oneida. Practice is super up and down, so to come in and get a top 10, that was my goal going into this week. And super thankful. Big thanks to my family for coming out. Love all you guys. Everyone back home for watching, everyone at B.A.S S, all my sponsors for the continued support. Means the absolute world. Big thanks to my brother Colin. He's been filming the whole thing, and that'll be up on my YouTube channel shortly. But, yeah, super thankful and very happy to be here.
Give us a little details. You know, you kind of skimmed through it, but what were the keys this week? What were you focused on? How deep? What kind of lures were you throwing?
I was fishing 12 feet of water. I rotated pretty well just through 2 areas. I was fishing grass out in the main lake, and 95% of my fish came on a drop shot. Same thing I won on Cherokee on Next Zone Lures Hot Shot Middow. I was live scoping, and I was pitching on their heads, and that's basically how I caught every fish this week. And, yeah, I'm stoked. Good finish, and I already can't wait to get on to the next event.
You're fishing all 9 this year, and these are, again, going to be great points, obviously, with another top 10. And you got the Elite Series right in your sights. You already got the Classic checked off this year, so we know we're going to Knoxville in March of 23. and now I know you're eyeing that Elite Series berth.
Yeah, 100%. It's been a dream of mine since I was a really young kid, and good start to the year. But with that being said, we got 4 more events. We still have lots of work to do, but I'm looking forward to getting after it.
Take a seat in the hot seat. He is back in the lead again. It's right over here, Coop. 53-7. Right there. We got it hiding from you. In the sunshine, in the heat. You're no stranger to it already in your young career. We'll see how long you can last. All right. He calls home just about 15 miles that way in Syracuse, or maybe that way a little bit, in Syracuse, New York. Come on up with 35-8 through his 2 days of fishing. Liam Blake. All right, Liam. 35-8 through your 2 days of fishing. 5 in your bag. You need 18 even to take over the lead. Looking for 18 even. 18 pounds and 5 ounces, and Liam Blake takes over the hot seat. So, Coop, it was a short run on the hot seat, but a great tournament for Coop Gallant. Let's hear it one more time for him. And now we have another new leader with 53-13 through his 3 days of fishing, Liam Blake. You know, Liam, step over. You know, a lot of times in fishing you hear about the local hoax, the local curse, and that was not the case for you this week.
No, it really helped me this week. I was able to run a bunch of different areas and a bunch of different really specific key casts to just build my way up. Today was a lot tougher of a day. I only had 6 bites all day, but they ended up being the bigger ones, so the biggest bag of the week for me. So I'm happy that I grew in weight every single day.
Yeah, I mean, it's we are getting tight here on this leaderboard. I know you got to be fired up, and again, I know you got a lot of friends and family here just living 15 miles down the road. But so I caught one thing you said just then. You said specific cast. So were we literally going to one spot, one cast on a rock? If it didn't bite, you were going to another place?
Yeah, it's not just one rock. It's a seamer rock or something like that. But, yeah, it's pretty close to a one-cast thing as it can be.
How many spots do you think you hit each day? Per day? You know, how many spots per day? I'm curious.
I would rotate through probably 12 to 15 of them. I just keep coming back to the same ones that would produce, and they'd filter back in there.
All right, well, who do we have in the crowd you want to say hi or thanks to, or any sponsors?
Both my parents are here. They're amazing. Tom and Sarah Hughes, their daughter Hannah's right there. They've been a second family to me. I live down in the city, just in an apartment, and they have let me keep my boat at their house for a while now, and they've really taken care of me. I can't thank those two enough, and they're moving here soon, so I'm gonna miss them a lot when they move down to Richmond. But we'll have to sign up for the James next year, and I'll have a place to stay.
Yeah, now you got a place to stay. Should we go back to the James River? All right, he's in the lead. He calls Syracuse, New York home. Let's see how long Liam can stay there. All right, we're cruising through. Come on up. He is from Idaho. 35-10 through his 2 days of fishing. Let's get loud for Cody Meyer. Cody's had a good season so far to start out these Northerns. 5 in the bag, Cody. To unseat Liam, you need 18-4. 5 fish, looking for 18-4. 17 pounds, 9 ounces. Going to jump Cody up to third place. Still going to be a great finish for Cody. Cody Meyer with a 3-day total of 53 pounds and 3 ounces all the way from Idaho. Let's hear it right now for Cody Meyer. Great week this week, Cody. I think, you know, anytime you get a top 10 in the Opens, it's been a successful event.
Absolutely. These things are hard to compete in, man. You got, you know, all the local guys and guys that come out for a long, you know, period of time, and I'm just thrilled to death. You know, I had a day of practice, come out here. Haven't been here since 2013. Love catching smallmouth. Definitely struggled this week, though. I'm not going to lie. Had some good weight, but 6 keepers a day. Today I hooked number 7. It was like a 4-pounder. So that's lost that dude, and but you know what? Just thrilled. Caught him on an evergreen popper, a one's bug, little evergreen jerkbait, couple key fish a day, and then a Yamamoto shad-shaped worm. 9-12 color, green pumpkin watermelon. And the key for me this week was scatter rock from the 8 to 12 foot, live scoping around, just making a quick cast, quick pitch, would shake the bait once and keep moving. So when you don't know the place, you can do that. Get your Garmin, turn it on. Scroll around and just try to make as many dang casts as you can, and hopefully you catch some of these crazy, mean smallmouth. But you know what? Thrilled to be here. You guys have a great place. I would really like to see this place when it's no pressure. Man, this has got to be an awesome fishery.
You're the easiest interview. I just asked one question, and you covered all the answers. One more round of applause for Cody Meyer. Great job this week. 53-3. He's in third place. And we'll look forward to seeing you at in Maryland, Cody, at the Upper Chesapeake. Be safe. All right, out of New Jersey, he's had a great run. He came in an hour early on day number 1. I'm curious what he could have done with another hour of fishing, but here he comes. Let's get loud for Mr. Craig Townsend. Come on up, Craig. 36-1 through Craig's 2 days of fishing. 2 more to add to it today. Going to need them to be really big, Craig. 17-13 to put you in the lead. 5 pounds, 7 ounces for you. Going to jump you up to 6th place, Craig. Reach in there. Let's hold them up. Going to be a 3-day total of 41 pounds and 8 ounces. So, again, out of New Jersey, 6th place for Craig Townsend. Good job. Craig, right there. All right, Craig. Great week this week. I mean, you had a really big bag on day number 2. You followed up, or day number 1. You were consistent on day number 2. Fell off a little bit, but still a top 10 in the Opens is so hard to do, and it's been a great week for you.
That's lucky for me. I blew the motor first morning, made it tough, but it is what it is, and move on.
You stuck with it, but I see this Nation shirt. I do want to point out for anybody out there, we have Bass Nations all over the country. That's the local part of the bass fishing world where you can go sign up for a club and make it to the Bassmaster Classic and walk across the open stage too and have a top 10.
Yeah, we got a Bass Nation down the Chesapeake next week, so I'll be down for that.
All right, how did you catch your fish this week?
I was flipping grass in 10 or 12 feet of water for largemouth, and I was catching smallmouth. Nice, okay. Heavy line, heavy weights, I boat flipped every fish I caught.
Well, that makes it a little less nerve-wracking when you hook one with heavy line.
Yeah, it was good. Fun.
Anybody you want to say hi or thanks to?
No, I'm good.
Okay, very good. Thank you, Craig. One more round of applause for Craig. 6th place, 41-8 through his 2 days of fishing. All right, here comes a big threat, Liam. He took home the victory at stop number 1 on this Northern Division. He's an Elite Series angler. Let's welcome him all the way from Japan, Kenta Kimura. All right, Kenna, 36-2 through your 2 days of fishing. You won the James River, which was stop number 1 for the Northern Opens. 5 in your bag today. To unseat Liam, you need 17-12. Looking for 17-12. 16 pounds, 3 ounces. Going to jump Kenna up to 5th place with 52 pounds and 5 ounces. And Kenna's never been here before in tournament scene, and he says he likes it a lot, and I think he does. 52-5 through his 3 days of fishing. Jumps him up to 5th place. Yeah, let's get you right back here. There you go. Good job, Kenna. Again, we took home the victory at James River. So did that make it kind of less pressure on you at this tournament this week?
Oh, yes, absolutely. I mean, I didn't think I can make cuts like this, but, I figured out pretty good in the practice and feel like I know what I was doing. So, I actually had a 19-pound on first day, and, I just, had to figure up the better size-wise. So,
what were the keys? How are you catching your bigger bass this week?
I was just fishing pretty much the same areas everybody else is at, like, just rocky hump and the grass and stuff like that. But I used the no weight on my practice.
So no weight?
No weight. Absolutely not. So, nobody can wait that long with each cast. So I spent about 10 minutes or at least 10 minutes each cast. So I probably only make it 50 casts each day.
Yeah, I was going to say, you're not really casting a lot, are you? I mean, if you're waiting 10 minutes, that's 6 casts an hour.
Yeah, that's what I did. And, I know how they pressured up here in this lake, but, they're still there. Just, they're just hard to get them by. But they don't ever get used to it was that slow. So, I guess they think it's a real creature.
There you go. What kind of lure was it that were you throwing weightless?
It's the Berkeley Jaguar Locket, that's one I designed it by myself, but unfortunately they're not sold here in the United States. So
can't have those guys, sorry.
So anyway, that's another good point for me. Nobody else has for sure. So yeah, that's what I caught all my fish in the 3-day no.
Real quick, you're going up to the St. Lawrence River next week again. Bassmaster Elite Series starts next Thursday, Clayton, New York. I know you're looking forward to that one in smallmouth heaven. I mean, it's really been smallmouth heaven here, but they're a little bit bigger up there.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And I'm actually starting practice tomorrow, so I should drive up there tonight, and I'm excited about.
Anybody you want to say hi or thanks to? Any sponsors?
Yeah, I want to say thanks for all my sponsors and of course fans and the family, and for all of you guys here in the United States. You guys are such helpful and nice people, and I want us to be back here in New York next year.
There you go. I think you like New York. One more round of applause. Your James River champion, 5th place, Kenna Kamira. Be safe going home, Kenna. Or not going home, but going to Clayton, New York. Good luck next week. All right, I think we're down to it. We're down to the final 2 anglers. He was in 2nd place coming into today, staying with an international trend. He is all the way from Italy. Come on up, Jacopo Galelli. All right, Jacopo. 37-1 through your 2 days of fishing. 5 in the bag. To unseat Liam, you need 16-13. 5 fish, looking for 16-13. 15 pounds and 4 ounces. Going to jump Jacopo up to 5th place. Let's hold him up, Jacopo. And that means Liam is 1 angler away from potentially hoisting this trophy. So Jacopo Galelli, top 3 in a Bass Nation event. He's qualified for a Bassmaster Classic. Let's hear it one time for him. 52.5 through his 3 days of fishing. And I think it's safe to say he is the best Italian to ever come to the United States of America for bass fishing. I mean, you have got it going on. You qualified for the Classic through the nation. You've won some other professional events that aren't Bassmaster. You're in 5th place right here. You just know how to catch a bass.
Yes, I guess I should be better to put them in the boat because, in the last 15 minutes of the tournament, I probably lost the fish of the qualifying. So, I mean, I had the one that is 1.5, and that fish was easy 4.5. And I had some friends, Italian-American, and Antonio Gallelli over there that were following me. Oh, yeah. And I set the hook, I said, it's him. Started, and then under the boat went off. But it's okay. I will qualify another time, and maybe at Chesapeake.
I think you've been pretty good there before.
No, over there, to be honest, will be the first time. But looks like I am a tidal fishery specialist, even if I'm not, because we don't have tidal water in Italy. So I just, I don't know, maybe just my fishing style that works good in tidal fishery.
Tell the folks how you caught your fish this week, because it seems like, because your Italian friends did very well too, and I got a feeling you maybe advised them a little bit. So what was the secret this week?
So I was fishing a popper early in the morning, a old school skitter pop, and I mean after that I was going, either if it was sunny and calm, I was fishing some rocky humps with a special technique that I cannot reveal because BKK is going out with this rig soon. Okay. I don't know if at the next iCast. I was also using the Ned rig head from them that will be delivered at the iCast very soon. And then I was also drifting when the wind allowed me to do that with a Carolina rig and a Freaky Free from Molix, the Italian brand Molix.
Very good, all dialed in. Okay, I know you got a lot of people on your jersey. Anybody you want to say hi or thanks to?
I mean, I have to say thank you to more than everybody, to my fans in Italy and my friends over here. Obviously, all my sponsors. I want to mention Trasduce Shield and Saver because they are family to me. And also, Sims, that is a new sponsor for me. They joined me this season. So, and also all the others that are very fundamental for me to make a living over here, like I'm doing.
Very good. Jacopo Galelli, he's in 5th place all the way from Italy, 52.5. Good job this week, Jacopo. And we'll see you in Maryland. Safe travels. Okay. We're going to hang Casey for 1 second. First, I want to check with Liam. How you doing, buddy? Holding up okay?
Yeah, I'm doing good. This is perfect case scenario. Casey's one of the first bass boats I've ever been on. We met when I was 16. We talk 2 or 3 times a week. He's one of my best friends. It's a little bittersweet. I didn't fish the James, and he did. I almost have half a mind to say I hope he can pull it out here, and I mean, if he makes a classic, I'll be down there either way. So I don't know. I don't really have that much to say. I mean, he's the man.
Let's do the hand test. I like to do this on the hot seat. Oh, yeah. There we go. So what he means by that, I'll explain that a little bit again. So remember what I said earlier. To be Classic eligible, you have to fish in all 3 events within a division. And should you win a tournament within that division, you punch your ticket to the Classic. Liam, what he meant, he didn't fish the James River. So if he wins, he gets the $52K, but don't qualify for the Classic. But, hey, it'd still be a nice payday for $52,000.
Yeah, that'd be really nice.
Let me get the figure exactly because, again, we know you're going to finish no worse than second. So that means going home, at minimum, $25,160.
That's pretty cool, too.
That might could get you a garage in downtown Syracuse to park the boat in.
Yeah, it could. I guess it could.
All right. Well, here's what we're going to do. We're going to bring Casey up first, no fish, to thank his sponsors, talk about his week, because then when we have the crowning moment, should it be Liam, Casey wouldn't have a chance to do that. So come on up, Casey Smith, 37-3 through his 2 days of fishing. And I didn't know they were best friends. That's pretty awesome right there. Pretty cool. Step over here, Casey. So I learned something just then. I didn't know you guys were so close, but clearly y'all know how to fish this pond. You've had a great week this week. Tell us about it.
Yeah, he's part of the reason I know how to fish this lake so well. I was on top of this place pretty good and kind of lost track of it as things changed with the gobies. And Liam and a group of small friends, we all really dedicated ourselves to relearning it. The Opens are here every year, and I knew it was necessary. And he was a big part of me relearning how to fish the lake. I think I heard him say I took him fishing when he was 16 years old, and all he did at the time was fish off the bank. So we've been in the boat a lot, been through a lot, up and down. He saw me over the last few years of little tougher times, struggling a little bit in tournaments after a period where I was really successful fishing another tour. And, he got the phone calls when I was struggling and not sure how much I want to keep going on at this level and amount of travel. So to be standing up here at the same time with him is pretty sweet.
How'd you catch him this week?
Shallow, just all kinds of transitions. Sand to rock, rock to grass, high spots in rock spines. I couldn't have done it without Humminbird 360. That's what I'd use. I was constantly casting at some kind of irregularity. All different kinds of irregularities and typical finesse stuff for Oneida, drop shot, Ned rig, tube, whatever, and just stayed far away from them and targeted where they sit and live.
I want to go back before we get your thank yous into something he said that I caught. He took this young man out at 16 years old and took him fishing, and that's really what it's all about, is it not, everyone? Take a kid fishing, and that might be this next person right here. Introduce them to the sport that we love, and we thank you for that, Casey.
Yeah, it was my pleasure to do it because we've had a lot of good times ever since.
And now you've created a competitor that's potentially going to beat you today, so we won't point that out, but
That's a monster, not a competitor. He'll get his day, I promise, even if it's not today.
Thank you, sponsors. Anybody you want to say hi or thanks to or recognize?
All my family and friends are here, which is pretty sweet. They got to come out on the water and watch some pretty cool stuff happen. I was able to win a tournament at this level on another tour 6 or 7 years ago, and it was on the road, and I always thought it would be pretty cool to pull that off at home. And I don't know if it's going to happen. It's going to be pretty tight, but thanks to those guys for being here, the hospitality, Tom, Liam for just being Liam. Therings are here. My hockey family's here. Thayer's Marine, they always help me out with Ranger boats. Humminbird for the 360. I don't know. That's it. I guess I'm probably forgetting someone, but. And soup for the dinner. A good stir fry the other night. It was delicious.
That sounds delicious.
Yep.
I think you're just probably ready to weigh it and find this thing out.
Let's get her done.
All right, head back there and get the fish. Liam, step up right here next to me. We're going to go side by side. All right, as Casey goes back and gets it, we will set the scene. In the lead right now, Liam Blake with 53-13 through his 3 days of fishing. He came into today in the lead with 37 pounds and 3 ounces from Victor, New York. Bring him up, Casey Smith. Okay, here we go. Side by side, anglers. Liam, I want you and Casey side by side. 37-3 through your 2 days of fishing. Casey, you need 16-11. If it's lighter than that, it's Liam. If it's heavier than that, it's all yours. Looking for 16-11. 18 pounds and 10 ounces. And Casey Smith is going to be taking home this trophy, punching his ticket to the Bassmaster Classic. 55-13 through his 3 days of fishing. Hang on, Savannah. We're going to hold those fish up really fast. You're good. Casey Smith, 55-13 through his 3 days of fishing. That is going to have him on top of this St. Croix Bassmaster Opens presented by Mossy Oak Fishing right there in the middle of Casey. Let's hear it for him, folks. 18-10 through his 2 days, or 3 days, excuse me. I keep wanting to say 2 days. Throw those in the bag. Savannah Stinlin with St. Croix Rods is happy to present that trophy. Let's get right there. And then Syracuse, New York, I need you to get loud when he holds that trophy high, as he is your St. Croix Bassmaster Northern Open champion here on Oneida Lake, presented by Mossy Oak Fishing from Victor, New York, Casey Smith. Who we got here? The son? There we go. Proud son, proud father. Again, let's hear it one more time for Casey Smith. $52,000. We'll point that out again, too. $51,800. $51,800 to him. Headed to the Bassmaster Classic as well, the Super Bowl of bass fishing. It is not easy to get there, and he has punched his ticket. We're going to get all the top three anglers up here in a moment, second and third, so don't go far. Going to keep getting a few pictures. We'll go through the final leaderboard, and then I do want to talk to Casey really fast, too. So he won by 2 pounds, 55-13 for Casey Smith. Liam Blake, second place, 53-13. Coop Gallant, 53-7 for third. Cody Meyer, 53-3. For fourth, fifth place, Josh Somerville, 52-7. Sixth place, Jacopo Galelli, 52-5. Kenta Kamira, also same weight, but a tiebreaker in seventh place with 52-5. Gray Buck from Pennsylvania, 52-1, eighth place. Ninth place is Craig Townsend, 41-8. And rounding out the top 10, Alex Weatherall with 38-5. Let's do one more, then, Casey, I do want to talk to you real quick so the friends on Bassmaster.com can hear you after we get that picture. And I know you got some proud family members. Set it down for a second, Casey. Come back up. We can put it up here. Don't break it. All right. I know that one's special to you. Right here in your hometown or your home state, close to where you call home. Winning some money, but you're also going to the Bassmaster Classic. But I know taking home that trophy is as important as anything.
Yeah, I kind of forgot about the Classic. It hit me last night when I was rigging tackle, and then Alex Weatherall is a good friend of mine. He said something about it in the weigh-in line or in the bag line, and I kind of totally forgot. The priority was winning at home in front of my people, so that's a bonus on top of it. The money's cool, too. That's what I wanted right there, that trophy at home.
You get to go home and put that wherever you want, I'm sure, and I know you got a proud wife and son. And any other thank yous you want to say before we say congratulations and bring up second and third place?
I'm sure I'm going to forget somebody. Liam, Tom, my buddy Alex Carroll, he deserves a huge shout-out. My family, friends, wife, son, hockey teams here, I don't know, everybody.
Congrats. One more round of applause for your champion.
Douglas Rods is here, too. Thanks, guys. Sorry, I almost forgot you. You're standing right there.
Your champion, 2022 St. Croix Bassmaster Northern Open here at Oneida. We'll get that picture. And then Liam Blake, where are you, Liam? Don't go far. We're going to get you up next. Can we do it? Yep. Go ahead. Yep. That's fine. Yep. We'll do it right here on the front, Andy, because we got to get second up here. Yep. Let's get it while the moment is still there. Hang on. While they're getting up there, we're going to bring up Liam in a second. Our next stop on this Open Series is in September. Northeast Maryland, Cecil County, Maryland, Upper Chesapeake Bay. So follow along there. And then we'll be through with these northern divisions. All right, we're good. Let's bring up second place, Liam Blake, 53-13 through his 3 days of fishing. Nice job. Savannah, we need to get you in the picture. Come on up. $25,116. 53-13 through his 3 days of fishing. Congrats to Liam. Not a bad payday for a couple of buds. Good job, Liam. Thank you. And third place, your Cherokee Open champion from Canada. Come on up, Coop Gallant. Taking home $17,760. 53-7 through his 3 days of fishing. Congrats, Coop. Again, congrats, Coop. Not a bad run here at the Opens. Good job, buddy. Huge shout out to the Bass staff, to our local host. We're about to go to work. We got to write some stories, publish some photo galleries, and tell the story of what happened this week. It was a beautiful week here at Oneida Lake in beautiful Syracuse, New York. We love coming here, and we hope they'll have us back in the very near future. I'm Hank Weldon. We're happy to be saying see you later. We'll be back in 6 weeks at the Northern Open stop number 3 on the Upper Chesapeake Bay. You guys have a great night, and we will see you soon.